Hey, Monotype channel. I'm Jelly Togekiss, joined by Chait.
What's
We're gonna
up?
be doing the week 4 predictions. Your team. So I'm the manager of the Braves, and you're the manager of the Gengars. Your team's doing really good so far, right? You're first.
Yeah, I think we're the only one with 5 points, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good start. We choked the
Got
3-0 lead last week, which kind of sucked, but hey.
I had that. We'll go over that in a little bit, but first, do predictions for this week. You guys are up against the team who has won 4 games all season so far. I'm pretty sure. So it's looking pretty good for you guys. I would probably do the predictions for this one since you are the one preparing at the very least.
These guys are -10. God damn, if we lose to these, if we lose
Minus
to
10 is
these guys,
really
it's gonna be
bad.
like, gonna be embarrassing as hell.
So, do you know who Leo is? I'm sure you've already looked into them a little bit this week. I have no idea who Leo is.
Yeah, Leo's he's a OU player mainly. He had a really good SPL. I think it was this year. He's pretty good.
Hasn't he started yet? Do you think you know?
Honest to God, I have no idea what these guys are doing.
Yeah, it's been tough for them. I think that post draft they had one of the hardest teams to kind of get working. Most notably, their Oris, their Gen 6 slot has been pretty bad. They've been last week. Our team was against them, and Kev just brought like a pretty standard psychic team. Like it was something that like if I was like preparing my player and it's being like, okay, bring the most generic psychic team you can just to make sure we can beat it. He brought that team, and he had some weird tech for flying, I think, on it, but we still beat it. Like we killed his, we killed his flying
Yeah,
killer
it was
Mew
that.
by
It
like
was
turn
that.
4.
I think it was that nasty plot Mew, or was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what it was. So
Well, I mean,
their prep just hasn't worked so far yet. I'm not entirely sure if they are still even in the tournament. Like,
They are. They are. I mean, they can still
they
get
are.
8 points, so they're still in it.
Right.
Oh
Oh yeah,
wow.
you're right because there's 4 weeks left. They can if they win the next 4 weeks. But you guys don't want that to happen, right?
Nope. We
But you
want
guys are
them
doing pretty
gone.
good.
We want them gone.
5. Yeah, you do. So I think the best game for this series is definitely you versus Maki. I don't know how much you would ever want to say about this because you're the one playing in it in just a couple days. But Maki's been pretty good. I know that I prepared against him last week with Bush. And what ended up happening is I think that we got 2 ridiculously good matchups in a row, plus 1 neutral matchup. So like game 1 was like Choice Scarfed, Eruption Heatran, Steel versus Grass. Then game 3 was like Steel Killer, Landorus versus Steel. So I'm not sure how representative of Maki's skill that was, but it's definitely going to be a good series between you two.
I don't know. This shout out post was funny. Or the win post, I mean.
Yeah. It was like
Oh,
I know he
this is
shouted out me for building for prep, but what else did he say? It's something to Kev.
He said something about thanks for scouting Toxic. Is a big shout
Yeah.
out, Kev,
Yo,
for
yeah,
scouting
because that's the
Toxic.
thing. He got into the exact same situation
Yeah.
where their last chance to beat us was to use their scarf, their scarf
Yeah.
mon with Toxic on it.
That's so funny.
That's kind of the discourse of this generation right now. It's kind of been weird. We have like a couple of mons that really destroy some of the top types, and there's no. So I've been playing with those recently. So the Landorus that kills steel. There's like a Gyarados that kills water. There's a there's a million steel killers, right?
I know what you mean.
That's what kind of was last week's series. What do you think about the Zap versus VOD game?
I'm excited for that. That the winner of that one's gonna hold on to it forever. So,
Yeah, exactly. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's not like a like
I hope Budum just locks him. I hope Budum crits him on every turn. That's gonna make for the most entertainment. But yeah,
I
I'm hoping for a good game.
sure. It's unfortunate that all of these are best of one because in best of one we often get games where it's like, oh, Zap brought fire and Vod brought water. That was a really
Okay,
good
but yeah,
series.
I mean, I
But
don't think it happens too much. It happens like what? I think maybe one every 10, 15 games at most. That's what I think. Like most of these at worst are like what? You most
say
people have like every game you get like at least 30% to win. That's what I at least.
I think we're getting like one to two, maybe one per series every week. That is
I don't think we're getting that. I think we got
okay,
like
maybe
two all week maybe.
not one that's like objectively losing, but ones where it feels like they won in the. Well, maybe that's almost impossible to avoid, but there's definitely a lot of games that I feel like the team won from preview, not preview, but they won in the builder so hard that the skill differential between the players doesn't matter as much.
Maybe this is one of those no electric immunity versus Reggielecki. I mean, what can you even do? Just bolts around.
Yeah, we've
Like,
had a couple of
like,
weird. What's with Electric this year? We've had like what 5 games where Electric has won just because the opponent didn't bring an Electric existence.
yeah, I don't know if
Even
are
in
there stats up? I actually don't know.
there's no
No
type
stats.
stat sheet.
Yeah.
No, there's no sheet like that.
Let's see.
It's unfortunate, but let's move on to the next series because that one's mine, and that means you have to tell me what you think is gonna happen.
All right. Wait, just like give your predictions for each of
Opinion.
those games.
Yeah, predictions. I'd say Leo versus Star. I'd have to guess Star because Star, you definitely
Yeah,
probably considered a
you
better
don't
player,
predict
but also
against
Star
Star
has
next.
Monotype has or Star has Monotype experience, which is also kind of big. For the Grow Sweep versus White Queen, the Grow Sweep, another person that I don't think has started for the Miniors yet, and White Queen is a good player who's been playing a lot of Sword Shield Monotype, so I'd favor White Queen. You versus Maki, I'd probably favor you just historically. I think both of you have had kind of similar years where everybody has been hyping you up and saying that they've been doing good in their games, but then you've both lost 1 week, I think.
I lost
Zap
one.
versus
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Zap
know
versus
that.
Vod, that's a toss up. They're both really good players. I'm just looking forward to that one. Wenka versus Typhlosion. Uh, just because of the history of the Aura slot from the Miniors, I would favor Typhlosion. How has Typhlosion been doing this year so far, by the way? I haven't followed them because I haven't played against
He's
you yet.
2-1. He got a little bit of a donation last week, I think. His week one, I don't really remember, but he won that pretty easily. And he lost to Kaiser.
To Kaiser. All right, so he could. I'd still probably favor Typhlosion. Wenka hasn't been doing amazing this year. Yeah,
That's on
he
God.
got one of the 4 wins for his team last week, but
That
but
counts
that was
for a lot. That counts for a lot.
does. And then Piper versus a Makamura. I have no idea how good either of these players are in black white, if I'm being honest. So
Liam's like a Mukamara. He's like a BWUU main, I
that's exactly
guess.
what he is.
Yeah.
I
He's pretty good. So we'll see. He's been playing some OU, been branching out a little bit. So should be a good one, hopefully.
probably favor a Mukamara for being the best playing done, but I
Listen,
think that Piper can win if he puts in work in the builder for sure.
yeah, that's fair.
Next series, what do you think?
Braves, Finnies. Let me see your guys' records. Where you at?
Yeah, we have won 1 week and tied 2 against the Thunders.
Braves in third. Finnies in fifth. 1 point. Big week. I guess they're all pretty big now.
For sure, all the weeks are big.
Ties versus the competent teams, and you guys beat down on the homeless people.
Yeah, you could say that.
Finnies lost to us, beat the Nido Queens, tied to the Thunders. Okay. Starting off, I gotta go with the Ikari S, just because he beat me. I gotta respect it. And
Sure.
Gray
Yeah.
has historically been garbage, but like some of Gray's games this year, or I don't know how many he's played. Like this one. This one was a beatdown. So was this one. Like, yeah, it was right. I gotta watch this
Oh,
again.
yeah.
But Gray's been like really good. I remember that much. Except like I know
Well,
he clicked eruption at some point.
Yeah, like
With like
turned
a
30
12.
years. It was like it was even later than that actually.
I just know it was
He
like
clicks.
12% there. I think Excel probably kind of threw just not trying to flamethrow this. Heatran's not lefties. It doesn't really matter if it.
Yeah, I think that Excel kind of just there was a couple of turns where he just did something where he tried to do a big outplay, right? Like he was like, okay, I'm not gonna click flamethrower because I'm expecting the Heatran, but
There's just
probably could have
there's
won.
just no need not. There's no need not to because the Thunders come. It was Scarf, right? But
Yeah.
there's a Dragonite. Just throw out the Moltres. It doesn't do anything. There's a Cobalion. There's a Bisharp. Just throw it out. Go to the Thunderous. It looks like it's Boots, but Zapdos, Dragonite, anything. Like, you have a Ferrothorn at 23. What's stopping Dragonite?
Yeah, it was definitely a situation where he was scared of the Heatran, but he could have won even if he hit Heatran, so he should have just gone for it.
Definitely.
But yeah, Gray has won 2 games in a row where the teams that he was and like the matchup wasn't really favoring him. It was like he was kind of on the run most of the game, but he just managed
and he
to
got this
find a win.
toxic turn 1, and wow. Volt switch, that did a lot. Tifa.
This was the game where Gray kind of just got in Rinda's head so badly that he didn't take he just wore down the fairy team for like 7 turns in a row and then didn't get revenge killed a single time.
Oh, okay. I remember being very confused as to why he didn't soft boil there, Rinda.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
Just why? Set up your own screens. You can set up as much as you want on the Dragonite. Sorry, the Landorus.
Did he reveal the Clefable set in this game?
Moonblast,
Yeah,
T-Bolt, Command. And
even like basically the Flying Killer set.
Yeah, the Celesteela's paralyzed. It's at 69. You get terrain in, so Steela can't do anything. Wow.
And then this was rough. Yeah, the Dragonite coming in and just killing the Azumarill for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think you at least jet there, right? Was the Lele revealed? Because if it was Scarf, not jetting is criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
So what do you think? What do you think in that pairing? The Ikaris versus Gray.
Uh, I'm gonna pick Karius, but Gray is probably the better player, and he's, I don't know, looks pretty good so far. Maybe it was just like the Miltank's curse that affected everybody. It's okay.
Right. What do you think of
Shiba
the next slot?
Patushao. Gotta go Shiba, I think, just because Shiba hasn't been good. Uh, Shiba hasn't been good at all. But, oh, this game, God. I don't even know what's happening in this one. This ending made no sense, so you got, that's okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I was watching this game at
This
the
is
same time
fine.
and that was happening, and it was.
That kills,
It
which
was
is kind of crazy, but that's okay. But why? What does that do? Why do you take that? Is there no better play there than
which
taking?
turn? Which turn?
Right here. I'm on the game. Turn 6. Like, the Coco just wins if you take this Hurricane. So here, that's cool. That's cool. Like,
Yeah,
first of all, I
he
don't
should not have
agree.
let his
I don't
Kieran die.
agree with Kyurem dying, but like, even if it dies, it's fine. But I mean, like, I would just have got rid of the Como. But
Yeah, I
uh,
agree.
the Dragalage taking like 5,000 and then just dying for nothing when it's your Coco check just doesn't make any sense. Coco counter. Sorry.
Yeah,
Outrage. Wow. Okay.
this end game, I remember being really wacky. There was like a bunch of turns where. So I believe the first turn that I started realizing this end game was really weird was the sucker punch encore turn. It happens like right after this.
I'm confused as to why he ever defogged. Like, just keep wisping at that point, and you can't lose unless you miss 2 wisps.
I agree.
Fan. This was funny. Sucker encore, that's fine. Encore hydrate double.
Is there a reason to sucker punch there instead of? I mean, I guess you just didn't predict encore, but
There's no reason not to sucker punch here. That's for sure.
yeah.
I guess worried about um
Hard Coco
no,
switch.
encore again. Encoring sucker again and then switching. But like, the thing with that is Dragapult, uh unless it's adamant. If it's adamant, then I understand kinda, because Coco coming in just beats it no matter what. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what the set was. Adamant, I kind of get it, but I don't think it was. I don't know. It might have been though, because it's soccer as well. But yeah, I gotta pick Shiba. Pataush hasn't looked too great, so I'm going Shiba there, just because he's been around longer. Even though he hasn't
Sure.
proven it this tour, he's better. Alright.
Sure.
Timur Bush-Tish. Wow, it's a cool game, honestly. Bush definitely better, but Timur's been good. I thought. Played John, right? I remember
Yeah,
those
he did.
games. Yeah, wasn't perfect, but pretty good. This is gonna be a good series. I'm excited.
Both. I think they both beat John. So
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Bush. I think Pax 0-3, and he's probably having a horrible time.
really,
Yeah,
Pax 0-3.
yeah. Pax
I
0-3, he
have.
lost to Voodoo, he lost to Attribute, and he lost to Quilly.
I mean,
I
those are
think,
good
yeah,
players, I guess, but
Quilly, Asimpool is pretty good, yeah. Quilly got, did he get electric versus ground, or was it ground? I don't remember. Yeah, Pack had the electric, and just couldn't.
electric versus.
Yeah, it wasn't paint split rotom, so there was just no longevity there. Just couldn't beat Zero, or sorry, couldn't beat Gliscor.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
flying historically a very tough match or
yeah,
for
yeah,
Electric.
like Dragonite, two immunities, looks like Scarf Thunders as well. Damn.
Yeah. Then you also
At,
had the Aerodactyl.
yeah, that's not fun at all. Attribute, I think this Klefki was Drain Case, so this was, like after the T-Tar dies here, T-Tar is basically dead turn 3. That game's just over, the muck is burnt. Yeah, that's a wrap. And then he beat,
It was rough.
and then Voodoo beat him in like, yeah, one of the most obvious matchups. I was so sure he'd bring flying. The Reuniclus was thunder something. Uh, huh. Honestly, Voodoo played the Reun sequence like trash, but they got the win in the end, so whatever.
Yeah, I mean, can you
Yeah,
do
I
just good
Pax just
prep?
had like very little opportunity to get a win, and he's probably too good to go on 4. Matthias.
Yes,
Sometimes he's all right,
two.
sometimes he's not.
Yeah,
So I
he's two
gotta
and
pick
one right
Pack.
now.
I gotta pick Pack, but once again, like I don't really know where those SM teams are coming from for Pack. I don't know if he's just
Pack.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like Crashy? Is it Plunder? It's not something I'm confident in
I'm.
at all.
I'd be pretty confident in saying it's Plunder. So,
So I'm
I
not
mean, I
confident
think
at all. Like,
Plunder was the builder for his BLT team, I think. And then I also know Plunder built in Monotype Winter Premier League. So imagine Plunder's facing that. I don't think
I
they would
guess
have
so.
Crashy doing
I
that,
guess
but
so.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, I don't really trust those SM teams so far. And Pac's always been a little like one-dimensional in whatever he gets past, so I don't know. 50-50 Pac, 51-49. I got the Wyvern King here. I like Toto, but the Wyvern Kings look pretty good
What?
outside of a
I shouldn't defend
couple
my player,
games.
but Toad is 3-0.
Oh, is he? Is he? Okay.
He's been doing good. He also hasn't had the most ridiculous set of players to beat yet, but he hasn't lost yet either.
Hey, got it. Okay, this one, I'm gonna just close that one.
Yeah, the flying,
I'm
psychic.
just, yeah, I can't do it. This was last week, right?
This was the generic psychic plus nasty plot Mew versus flying.
Well, Kev is just, wow, Kev hasn't changed. He's just going for the Mew win turn 1.
Yeah, he's going for a turn 1.
That pair is kind of unlucky there, but damn. Was it not Healing Wish anywhere? I guess not, right? Nope, not on Celebi.
Oh yeah, I
Leftovers.
just realized he never did Healing Wish.
Leftovers. Probably just. Or it could be. But yeah, whatever. I have no idea. That's a wrap. Gone.
Toad just never gave him a chance to Healing Wish, even if he wanted to.
Yeah, this matchup's not too bad. Okay, so 3-0 versus the Wyvern King, who's looked pretty good.
Pretty sure the Wyvern King is 2-0.
Yeah, I remember his games kinda. I remember that one. I'm never forgetting that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This tier sucks, man. My God.
I mean,
It's so
what do you think about
bad.
Gen 6?
It's so bad.
What's wrong with it? You think there's just like too few matchups,
I
or
think
it's
there's
just
I
like
think there's just way too many Pokemon that need to be banned. So other than this Bolt Strike here, I thought the Wyvern King did what he was supposed to. No reason to Bolt Strike there ever. But yeah, other than that, pretty good. I mean, what can I say? Like, yeah, get rocks up and you just kind of win this game with Victini. Zard gives Victini Sun too, which is just even better. Um, Honestly, like I played the Wyvern King a lot during MLT. I wasn't so high on him, but his Auras looks a lot better. I'm gonna lean him. And wow, okay, actually, I'm gonna lean Toto, but just because I don't want to predict a 5-1, I don't think they're gonna 5-1. Yeah, I'll predict Toto and I'll predict Crashy. I think Crashy's just a lot more motivated than Sabella is right now. Crashy's gonna bring out something fresh. Sabella's gonna probably reuse some Psychic Team. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't know. If Sabella's motivated, I'll pick him, but I also saw Sabella Psycho Shift something that wasn't static with someone that wasn't status, so he's not in the best Pokemon mindset for sure. So I'm gonna pick Crashy.
I'm guessing that was in like an NEU
I think
tournament
it
or
was like
something.
PSPL or something.
Yeah, whatever he's playing in right now.
Like, yeah, I don't know if he picks it up a little bit, if he tries some more stuff there instead of just reusing. Because Crash is gonna be ready. Crash is gonna be ready for the standard Sabella bullshit. That's for sure.
All right, all right.
Okay.
What do you? Okay, Nidoqueens versus Darkrai's. This
Well,
is a two teams that didn't have a great start. I think Darkrai's are actually fourth right now.
Dark
They're
Eyes are
not
doing
doing
okay.
terrible.
Yeah, they
Who
pulled
did
out.
Darkrai's
Yeah,
beat like the
they beat the Miniers. Oh, they also beat
okay.
up on the disabled team. That's crazy. These guys going nuts.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think
they tied up versus us. They were down 3-0. That last game kind of sucked. They got fire versus steel, and it was like Volcanion. It was Scorching Sands and Moltres. It was
weird
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It was just I don't know. We got bodied. That's okay. That's one of those 90-10 matchups, but actual Monotype moment.
Just based off of their years so far, I would say Darkrai's are gonna win. But individually, we start with Lax TJ.
That's a banger.
Yeah, it's a good
TJ's
game.
yeah. TJ's just sort of falling out of it a little bit, maybe. Just his World Cup games. I don't think they haven't been like bad or anything. I think he's like 0-2. I think he's 0-2. I'm not gonna check that. Uh,
TJ's monotype record is also not
so
historically
great.
amazing, weirdly
Yeah,
enough.
I feel
So
like TJ just always ends up in those one game a week where someone has no chance games. I don't know if it's
it's
him, it's a him issue, if it's a team. Like I just don't know.
yeah, I agree. I
But
think that Lax will win this one probably.
yeah, I don't think Lax's games have honestly been the cleanest either. I don't really remember, but Attribute told me he choked in his last one. Shiva? Let me see. Might as well, right? Where are we? We're at 30 minutes. Okay. 10 more minutes? Try to wrap it up. We're somewhere at the end. Oh, he said he thought he was modest. That
Oh,
sucks.
okay.
Yeah, if you just go for Hurricane there, I guess you win. with the Celesteela at the end. I wonder if it's Giga Drain. Do you go hard there? You probably don't go hard. Oh. I don't
Oh,
know.
and then just Steel Killer won this? Yeah.
Yeah, they just got crit. Yeah. Only had to stall out 7 of them. Right,
I've
pressure.
seen a lot of Ice Punch Dragonite recently. I don't know what that is.
I mean, it's just yeah. I mean,
Do you know the first person that I saw using it was Splash on ladder, but I have no idea where it came from.
you should have Splash and not like Louison. I don't think Splash like that. But yeah, anyway. I think it's just like it makes sense for the flying, right? You hit the Landos on the flying instead of Dragon Claw. You hit like opposing Dragonite a little. Never mind. A little better. Do you? I can't do math. It's 4 a.m. 3 a.m. But you hit Zapdos a little better. Obviously, you get the Lando on ground. Nidoking guard. Like, I get it. Like, between Dragon Claw. Like, especially on this team where you have, like, Iron Defense Body Press and Dragon has a tough time with that one. I totally get Ice Punch. And Ice Punch hits Dragons too, so. Yeah.
Who's next?
I got Lax, I think, I guess. Ziri versus Eevee.
I would say I usually don't think of Ziria as a Sword Shield Monotype player, so I'd want to say Eevee, but I'd say this is a very even matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm gonna go with Ziri here because I think Ziri's just playing
better recently.
What's the word? His ceiling is just a little higher, or a lot higher, honestly. Eevee,
sure.
I think she's pretty good, and she has a high floor. You don't get a lot of bad games from her ever, and you have a Ziri's just like he's just either really good or just all over the place bad. So you could see what anything in this game. I wouldn't be surprised. Eevee's gonna play solid. Ziri's gonna sneak out a win. That's what I think.
Then we have Alcyone versus Floss. I think Floss would probably be favored here.
I hope Floss gets a win. He needs a win.
If Floss is known for Sword Shield best of 3, I think Floss has been playing kind of off his game recently, or like off of what he was doing last year, but I haven't seen anything from Alcyone to think that he's
Maggie Decim. It's not like he's lost to horrible players or anything, but yeah. 0-3 is 0-3, right? I guess he won. Are you open? His World Cup games haven't been like bad. I don't think he's doing too much wrong. It's just I don't know, maybe not 100% there.
Sure.
Yeah, but gotta favor him, even though he's 0-3. And had some of the worst BLT games I've ever seen.
Attribute Dolly is a good game.
That's a banger. That's a great game.
Those are good players. And it's in Sun Moon, so it's going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah. Get something even. I'm excited for that one.
I'd favor Attribute just from recent results, but they're just both players that anybody would favor against almost anybody else in this tier. So,
yeah,
in almost any tier that they play for Monotype, I'd favor one of them over almost anybody else. So, 2 of the best players right now playing in a good tier. Sounds fun.
For sure.
For the N6 game, so we just played the Nidoqueens, and who's seen
there was someone else in OS, Gingy, right?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. So, I mean, So Nidoqueens have been changing up their lineup, I think, more than anybody else.
Yeah, probably.
And just because Attribute wants to go against different players each week.
Nah, he's just been in. He was in BW for a week, and then I think Tier said he didn't want to play SM, so that was the end of that.
Sure. Well, I have no idea who to favor in this slot.
I'm gonna pick Cousin because I think there had to be a reason that he got drafted, and it literally cannot get worse for him. So I'm hoping he wins because those last two were just awful.
All right. And then the black-white is Tier versus Wait 2 seconds. I don't want to favor Tier.
I think I think Wait 2 seconds is probably a better player by a solid margin.
Yeah.
Just gonna go with him. Attribute.
Showing us anything.
Yeah, I agree. That last week's game, I think he just switched out of some Alakazam for absolutely no reason. Was it this? No. Oh my god. What a game. Miss Thunder. Pursuit. That's okay. Oh no.
But wasn't that the turn when he switches out the Alakazam? The Alakazam should never have been pursued.
Just psychic this, it dies.
Yep, and then the Heracross comes in. Stay in. This is literally your Heracross counter.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Did Tier lose this?
No, he won. He doubled back. The most insane double back.
Yeah. I don't know why he switched in the first place. And then I don't
understand this Toxic Croak though. Okay. I guess I understand it. I guess this is Scarfladios. Oh, Lord. Got the freeze. And apparently this thing didn't have like SD or bulk up or anything. It was just 4 attacks. Or 3 attacks sub.
What the heck are they running? 3 attacks? The whole reason you run that mon is to bulk up.
Yeah.
The set you're supposed to run is it's like bulk up, sub, drain punch, sucker punch.
Yeah.
Run it to beat water and the fighting mirror.
I don't know what Ice Punch does. Like I'm okay with 3 attacks, but I just don't know what Ice Punch does. What does he hit?
Would think the only thing that I would think Ice Punch does is hit substitute Dragonite on flying.
Yeah. And Dragonite just kills it after plus. It just roofs on it.
Probably. I think that all you would get from running that move would be able to have 1 extra mon that can break Dragonite's sub. That's it.
This team just loses to Gyarados, right?
Oh yeah, he's not running sub.
There's no.
Yeah, he does. He literally just loses to +1 Gyarados.
Loses to Earthquake too.
I guess that was Scarf Cobalion though, so I guess he might have Stone Edge on that.
No, it's Cobalion and it looks like Scarf Terrakion.
Scarf Terrakion. Okay. Wait, not Scarf. He had triple Scarf?
No, just Heracross and Terrakion is what it looks like.
Why did maybe I'm just underestimating how bulky Cobalion is, but I feel like the Cobalion shouldn't have died to a single. He took like 60 from a psychic.
Yeah.
He must have been running max attack, max speed. Yeah, definitely check that one because it's
not even close. God. Oh, yep. Look at that.
Okay, so maybe it was just a high roll.
Maybe, yeah. Alright, whatever. Yeah, not picking Tier F. That was a mess.
It was a bad game. He won, but
Yeah,
it was a bad
he
game.
won. I don't know whose team is sorry. I don't. What are the Myotics? I don't know what that BW team is, and they got CO and BW, which is that's amazing. That's amazing.
Which is
I did not think we would at this
literally
point of MPL already. But yeah,
yeah, and
we can
not
just
even out of it.
yeah. We can start with that one. Obviously, we're gonna pick Meta here.
Yeah, for sure. Meta has just been playing well.
Yeah,
and
he's been
has
good. He's
support.
been really good. I'm really
been putting in the work. He's gonna win.
yeah, it's very good. Wasn't expecting a whole lot out of Meta honestly, just because I thought maybe his motivation dipped and like over the last year or two. But apparently he's been active. He's been good. He's been really good. I thought so far. So that's cool. Maroon versus Dew. I think this is just the type of game Maroon won't lose. Because Maroon's just going to bring probably some ratchet offense. And he's just going to click some buttons and it's going to win.
I was not impressed by DU's first games so far. And what has Maroon done this tournament so far? I have not followed him.
Dew played? I don't think Dew hasn't played yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah, this is his first game. I'm still kind of high on this kid. I think.
Who?
Dew.
Maroon?
Yeah, Dew.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I think Maroon will win this game still for sure.
Yeah, Maroon will win. For the Sun Moon game, we have Kaiser versus Q Willie. I think that Kaiser would win, but they're both good Sun Moon Monotype players.
Yeah, yep. Quilly got that trichotomy. Teams, he's gonna cook up some crack.
Yeah, I think that the Thunders have really good support for Sun Moon. Yeah. But Kaiser
Thunders are
is just
good
that
team.
type of. Kaiser also just is really good at building, I think.
We'll see. We got Desmond, of course, Mushamu, so.
Sure.
I'm excited
Speaking
for this
of which,
BO3 game.
John versus Mushamu is an insane matchup. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I agree.
I still heavily favor Deesum.
Yeah, for sure.
John's good. He has shown that he can do good in SS Monotype before, but Deesum is also like the best of three Monotype player. I mean, he's the ribbon holder right now, so he just has been doing good recently, and he's also 3-0 this tournament. So I don't need to see any reason why he would lose this week.
Yep. John's probably a little better at the game, if I had to say. A little better. Like the little things. But Desmond's just a lot more established in SS.
He's also been putting in a lot of work in the building.
Yeah,
he's been building new stuff every week.
Yedla, finally free.
I'd favor Trick,
yeah, for sure.
Trick, yeah. I mean, Yedla is one of those players that was really good just a couple months ago, and everybody thought that they were one of the new French players that was doing ridiculously good.
I think Yedla's still like the best French kid around, probably.
Yeah. And he's been.
He's just like not been too active lately.
Sure. He is not. Hasn't joined as many individuals, I don't think, or he hasn't been doing as good as individuals this year as last year, but Trick has been doing the stuff that he always does, just being really, really good.
Yep, Trick cooking. Trichotomy is cooking.
Sure.
And then I got Crying by a long shot. That Crying's just way better.
I agree. I think he has better support from
Yeah.
Trick.
I
Than,
mean, you got like some support, so
but I don't think.
I don't know about that. Like, if you had to pick out someone you want teams from, it's probably Decim, even though you'll get like dog shit like Walrein or something. But
I always think that Decim is really good for building for himself, but he obviously builds for other people a lot. But I don't think he had like a good showing as a manager. And oh no, he just won Monotype Winter Premiere. You know what? I have no idea whose support is better there.
I gotta think he carried the hell out of that tour. So
yeah, for sure. Right, I think that's a prediction.
Yeah, so we got. You got Gangos. I also got Gangos. Hopefully we don't lose. It's kind of sad.
It'd be pretty big upset.
It would be like very Pokemon like for us to lose, and then we lose the next 3 weeks in a row and miss playoffs. That would be the most depressing thing ever. I got Finney's 4-2, but could go anything. Could go anything. Some good games in this one.
Sure. Definitely have Darkrai here. I'm pretty sure we favored Darkrai in every matchup except
Lax. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Darkrai should not lose this week. Like, I could see a tie, but they should not lose this week.
Yep, tie or a win. And then Thunders for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, you got Mashamu, Kaiser, Maroon. We picked those three. Like, those are the three that like you got. Like, I think like the Milotics are just they need Decim and Kaiser to win every week almost.
The way that I see it is, those three have to win, but if a single one of them loses, the other slots they have are already going to lose. So I feel like
I think like the Crying game and the Meta game are just they're like 90-10, 95-5. Crying's like 80-20, Meta's like 95-5. Trichotomy.
And I don't think it would be that hard to bet for a Trick there. So then you have 3 wins for Thunders, and then they just need one upset in the other 3 games, and then they win.
They're not even upsets. It's just, I'd probably pick, like, Thunder's favored, but I'm going to say a tie.
Sure. Tie's fine. All right. Head out then.
Cool.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching.